Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we have the last Town Hall 13 base. And well, for this base there's this huge shout out going to Benjamin Linus, who's in my community clan, and he built this base. So thank you so much for allowing me to share this base, especially because, to be honest, like, we would have still liked to use this base, and most likely we're still going to use this base because it has done so incredibly good. So let's check out the base without any traps, because that was how I saw this base the first time, because he posted this base as a friendly challenge in our clan. I was like, wait a second, how do we attack this base? Because obviously for me right now I'm doing either Queen Charge Hybrid or P.E.K.K.A. Smash, which is like both ground, and facing this base with ground is not a lot of fun. So you have, for example, for Queen Charge Hybrid, you have a couple of options. First off, charging in from the bottom side or from the top side, 4 experts at the bottom side, so most of the people are charging from the top side, which then is not giving you a lot of fun for the bottom side, because you can see already so many spring traps. Like, every single spring trap is right there, because as I said, everyone is charging from the top. And that is the thing about this base, that it's really annoying to face with those ground army compositions. Now the question is it easy with air? Well, not really. So for example, as a common air strategy opening, it is all about the Blizzard, which is the super wizards inside the blimp with the invisibility spells. And nearly everyone is using this top side compartment, which is not working. Like, if you try to get into the king compartment, that's not how this works, because there's out of the Tesla, out of the black mines, that's just not working. So overall, you can see already the pretty common entries are not working that great. Then obviously there are a couple of variations out there of like P.E.K.K.A. Smash with like just one walking around the multi-inferno tower on the right or on the left side, which isn't either working that great. And just to make sure that you guys believe me, that I will share a couple of replays just in a second, but that's how I'm doing those videos. First off, I'm explaining the base, then I'm showing a couple of replays, and then it's up to you guys if you would like to copy it or not. But now, the first thing about this base is that it's still in the beginning of development, kinda. So you guys can have your own impact on this base as well. So not every single base is final yet, is not perfect yet in this base. And for example, even this one Inferno Tower on the bottom side, maybe it would have been better to put that to multi. Because to be honest, like I said, no one ever has charged in there. So maybe the multi-Inferno Tower is way better, because the multi-Inferno Tower is defending way better against, I don't know, Lalo, or for example, like dragons, especially if you combine those with bats, which is pretty common nowadays. So I don't know, maybe you want to have this to multi. As I said, try this out, get your own style onto the base, and find your own way on using this base. Overall, as a ring base, it is pretty tricky to attack most of the time, which isn't that fun, and only one slip off, you're going to end up with a 1-star. But to be honest, I think I have talked enough about this base. We should just jump into the first attack, and it's up to you guys to decide if you want to copy it. Maybe give it your own twist to make sure this base is not the same as everyone has it out there, especially already the Inferno Tower trick. That might be your first change you want to go for. Okay, the first attack is going to happen with Yeti and Boulder Smash, which is pretty common, especially like at mid-range. Higher up, most of the people are preferring P.E.K.K.A. Smash over the Yetis, because it's less likely that you're running into the spring traps. But either way, we just take a look at what exactly he's going to do. First off, let's just speed through the Warden Walk. And you maybe already saw at the top side. To be honest, I didn't catch it too great. But there was the blimp. There was actually a blimp. He tried to blimp in between of those two scatters to take both out. Is working actually without the Tesla and the black mines, and that's exactly where he ran into. And now we have the Smash getting into the base. He wanted to create a nice pathing at the top side for later, for later stages for his Smash. That didn't work out at all. And now he has the big problem of all of those openings at the bottom side of this base, which is not a great thing to be in, especially with all of those Yetis and P.E.K.K.A. and everything are walking around the outside. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, he could have just went with the safe option, just like going to blimp the town hall. But some people are always taking the risk. I am sometimes as well taking the risk, because, well, sometimes you want to try something out in Legend League. That's how Legend works. And that's those bases, like the ring bases, which most of the time punish you the most for this, because as you guys can see, those Yetis and the one P.E.K.K.A. will never come back. They're always going to run around the outside of the base, which is obviously not the best thing to have for your Smash. So nothing is going to get into the core, so this means this is going to be the first 1-star on this base. And yeah, that's already it. And then we have the double scatter at the top side, going to finish off his dreams And that's it. So let's take a look at the next attack, which is a pretty common one. You all know it. Maybe some of you guys hate it. Maybe some of you guys love it. Either way, it is the 8 Earthquake Launcher Golem, Super Witch, and Super Wizard. That was the word which I was looking for. This is the common thing. Now we have obviously the Earthquakes hitting that town as well, so the town's already half HP. And then we have the Lock Launcher coming in to get rid of that. The only thing about this is, well, I mean, you have no chance to counter this, to be honest. Like, that's always how it works. But one nice thing is because most of the people are coming from the top side because they do not want to enter into the ground expos. It is that the Wizard Tower is in range of the Queen and the Royal Champion, which is allowing those heroes to make through those golems kind of quickly. Yes, right after that, they're going to most likely die. But at this point, they already destroyed one entire golem, which is a huge thing, actually. Now we have the log slowly running into the core, and like I said, you have no chance to defend that at this point. The only way on, like, maybe getting a 1-star against this strategy is like a teaser style base, but then teaser bases obviously have other weaknesses again, so it's up to you to decide which style of base you guys like the most. Either way, now we have the Clancaster coming out, and he's running like an Infernodragon, a Witch, and a couple of Headhunters in this one, but it's up to you guys. There are actually 3 versions, like 3 options you have out there. First, this one, like with Infernodragon. The second option is like a classic Lava Hound, 2 Headhunters, and then 3 Goblins or 3 Archers, up to you, whatever you prefer best. And then the other option is like 2 Headhunters, 2 Super Minions, 3 Goblins, and then 6 Archers. But like I said, all 3 options are pretty much working. It's up to you, try them out, which are working the best for you guys. But, well, as I said, like, this looks pretty solid. 64%, I take those any day, especially because normally those Lock Launcher attacks are like a big counter to any ring base. And this is why we're not seeing that many ring bases anymore. But now, since we talked about ground so much, and I have to say, this base versus ground is just incredible. This base is just melting ground attacks like left and right. No chance. But with air, should be possible, right? Like, we have 4 ground expos. That should be a good fit. Well, let's take a look at this one. So first off, obviously we have the Infernodrags, which is right now pretty strong, pretty strong in the current meta. Let's take a look at that. We have obviously all of the skeleton spells. We have all of the classics, like the entire classic setup basically. And it's all about the Infernodrags getting into that base, making sure everything has been taken down. So let's take a look. He is placing that Electro Dragon at the top side. Now we have all of the Infernodrags getting placed at the top right. He's coming in, using the Warden early, like as normal, right? Like the attack, we saw this already many times. But the thing now is with the multi-Inferno Tower, with all of those storages inside as well, they're tanking quite nicely for the Infernodrags, like tanking for the Inferno Tower. So the Infernodrags are getting like melted kinda. And now we have the huge group of loons, a huge group of Infernodrags, but they're getting dragged around the top side, and there's so much damage on them. And then we have the heroes on the bottom side. Obviously, some people are just saying, okay, bottom side, there's the Clancaster, I'm taking the risk of like not luring that out. But at the same time, most of those people are using a Yeti blimp as well. So the Clancaster with the Hound is going to be lured anyway. So that's why I really like the Hound in there. But either way, this is going to finish off on around 60%, which against an Infernodragon attack is not the worst. Especially out of those attacks are right now pretty high. I'm around like top 50 or something in Germany, so I'm not too low, to be honest. So all of those attackers should know what they're doing, kinda. So yeah, like, that's not bad attacks at all. But now, what about dragons? And we have still the combination dragons with those skeletons pretty often as well, which is pretty like a tankier version of the Infernodragon. So let's see how that works. And we actually have the Schlumsy attacking right here, and he's going in with the dragons. This time he's saying, okay, I'm not luring out that clan castle. I do want to take that out kind of early, which is a good choice. And I'm using the king and queen on the outside to make sure that I'm not luring that. So that's like the idea right there. Like I said, sometimes, as I said, sometimes you want to have like a different clan castle. That's totally up to you what clan castle you prefer. Like I really just like the Hound. So now we have the blimp making it in there. The blimp is actually triggering a black mine and is like not getting to the core, which is quite an upset right there because he did not use the vulnerability. He thought, okay, just with my dragons tanking, that's enough already, but it was not. And now we have once again a classic case of the ring base being a ring base because, as I said, the ring base itself, it is quite a risky risky base setup, because sometimes if people are doing mistakes, those mistakes are being kind of game changing, because a 1-star is kind of often the case, but at the same time, obviously, ring bases have a lot of counters. So if you face someone who knows how to deck a ring base, it could be often result in a 3-star as well. So with taking this base, I feel like there could be a lot of 3-stars, but at the same time, a lot of 1-stars. Like I said, totally up to you and how you test this base out. But on this one, we can see Queen and King are still alive. Dragons on the right side are still alive. There are no air defenses left at this point. The scatter is going down as well to the King and Queen. At this point, this might be a safe. So I don't know why I'm putting this in there. But we have the Dragons still pushing through. The back end Arch Tower is going down as well. The King and Queen are dealing more damage towards those buildings. The Multi-Inferno Tower is the last defense, which is still on the outside, protected by those storages yet again. And now we have those Dragons coming in, taking this loot, taking the gold out of the gold storage, taking down the Multi-Inferno Tower any second now. And, well, the Inferno Tower should go down. The elixir storage should go down. So this is going to be an easy 3. Wait a second. The Town Hall is still alive. So I guess there's no better way than finishing off the last Town Hall 13 base with an Itzu over Classic. Because this zone is going to be a 1-star, 99%. I mean, come on. That's the way and how we finish this video. So I hope you guys liked the video. Let me guys know if you would, if you copy the base, let me guys know how it's defending for you guys. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.